Have you ever considered that a simple act could completely alter the course of your life? Could an ordinary person like Olivia, by helping a stranger, find herself fired, only to be offered a chance to change her future? Let's explore the unexpected and emotional journey of Olivia, the girl who lost her job for assisting Jimmy Carter, and the remarkable turn of events that followed. Olivia, a 17-year-old girl with dusky skin and bright eyes full of hope, comes from a modest family. To support her parents, she works part-time at the local Walmart. Despite the many challenges she faces, Olivia holds on to her belief that kindness and generosity are the most important virtues. Every day at work, she not only does her job, but also spreads positivity among her coworkers. They often remark that Olivia is always smiling and helping others, and it's rare to find someone so thoughtful. One sunny summer afternoon, Olivia was on duty, cleaning the Walmart parking lot. The golden sunlight bathed the cars as she collected shopping carts and returned them to their rightful places. Although it was a repetitive task, Olivia performed it with care and dedication. While she was busy with the carts, her attention was drawn to a man struggling to load heavy bags into his car. He appeared to be having difficulty, and although he wore a simple t-shirt and jeans, Olivia didn't recognize him as the former president of the United States, Jimmy Carter, a globally admired figure. To Olivia, he was simply a customer in need of help. Without a second thought, she left her unfinished task and walked briskly toward the man. With a genuine smile and sparkling eyes, she offered, "Sir, let me give you a hand." Jimmy Carter, who was used to doing things on his own, was momentarily surprised. In a world often filled with the glamour of fame, Olivia's natural kindness and humility caught him off guard. After a brief pause, he smiled and nodded. "Thank you, you're so kind." Olivia quickly lifted the heavy bags and carefully placed them in the trunk of the car, all while maintaining her cheerful demeanor. To her, this was just a small gesture, but she believed that even the smallest acts of kindness could brighten someone's day. Once the task was completed, Jimmy Carter pulled out a large bill from his wallet and handed it to Olivia, saying with gratitude, "Thank you so much. This means a lot. Please accept this as a token of my appreciation." Olivia looked at the bill and immediately waved it away, her eyes full of sincerity. "No need, sir. Helping you is my pleasure. I just want to do the right thing." Her words left Jimmy Carter momentarily speechless. In a world often consumed by calculations and concerns, he had never expected to encounter someone so selflessly kind. Olivia smiled once more before hurrying back to her work, leaving Jimmy Carter standing there, watching her retreating figure with a knowing smile as if he had just discovered something truly precious. To Olivia, this was nothing more than a simple act of kindness. She had no idea that this very moment would lead her into a series of unexpected events that would challenge her belief in kindness, her resilience, and even her faith in life. Was her kindness truly going to be rewarded? Or had Olivia just made the biggest mistake of her life? As Olivia returned to her duties, she was unaware that her manager, Josephine, had been watching her every move. Josephine was not pleased with Olivia's actions. Leaving her station to help a customer was a serious violation of company policy, no matter how well-intentioned. Josephine approached Olivia, her arms crossed and a stern expression on her face. "What do you think you're doing?" she demanded, her voice sharp enough to stop the other employees in their tracks. "I was just helping someone in need." "Just for a few minutes," Olivia replied, trying to stay calm, though her voice trembled. "You were hired to work, not to play the hero," Josephine interrupted, her icy stare cutting through Olivia's words. "Violating the supermarket's rules is unacceptable. I don't want to hear any more excuses. Starting tomorrow, you don't need to come back here." Olivia tried to explain, but it was clear that Josephine wasn't interested in hearing it. Olivia was stunned. "No buts, Olivia. You weren't where you were supposed to be. Collect your belongings and leave immediately," Josephine ordered, her tone final. As she turned and walked away, Olivia felt as though her entire world was crumbling. With heavy steps, she gathered her things from her locker and walked out of the store. Each step felt like a weight, her heart filled with frustration and confusion. She couldn't believe she had been fired, not for making a mistake, but for doing what she thought was right, helping someone in need. Walking across the parking lot where she had spent so much time working, Olivia felt an emptiness, like a part of her had been lost. Inside the break room, her coworkers continued chatting, oblivious to her departure. Leland, Olivia's best friend at work, sat in silence for a moment before rushing out to find her. "I can't believe Josephine did this," Leland said, anger in her voice. "She's always trying to control everything without thinking about anyone else. Olivia, don't let her get you down. You deserve so much more than this." Although Leland's words were comforting, Olivia couldn't shake the nagging feeling that something wasn't right. Why was she being punished for such a simple act of kindness? As she left Walmart, her thoughts were consumed by questions. What would she tell her parents? They had always been proud of her, especially when she first landed the job. Her steps were slow and heavy as she walked home. The disappointment and confusion weighed heavily on her mind. By the time she arrived, her mother was the first to notice something was wrong. "You're home early." "What's going on, Olivia?" her mother asked, her face filled with concern. Olivia lowered her head, the shame creeping over her. "I got fired," she whispered, her voice trembling with emotion. Her mother was shocked. "What? Why? What did you do wrong?" Olivia explained what had happened, recounting her desire to help a stranger in trouble and how she had been fired for breaking company rules. Her mother's face tightened with anger. "That's so unfair. I'm calling Walmart. That manager can't treat you like this." "No, Mom," Olivia interrupted, not wanting to make the situation worse. Her father, who had been quietly listening, finally spoke. "Don't worry, Olivia. Every closed door opens up new opportunities. I have a friend who needs an assistant in his garage. I can put in a good word for you." Olivia appreciated their support but still felt heartbroken. She wanted a job she could be proud of, not one dependent on someone else's kindness. "Right now I need some time, Dad," she said, trying to stay composed. Her father gave her a gentle pat on the shoulder. "I understand. You're a strong person, Olivia. You'll find your own way." That evening, dinner was filled with silence, none of them knowing what to say. Olivia's mind was racing, filled with questions. Why did doing good lead to such consequences? Could things change? Or was this the end of her efforts? Little did she know, her life was about to take an unexpected turn. The next morning, Olivia was still feeling gloomy when a firm knock echoed at her door. She rushed to open it, and standing there was a tall man in a sleek black suit, sunglasses perched on his nose, with a stern expression. Behind him was a shiny black SUV. "Olivia, I need you to come with me," he said in a deep, authoritative voice. Confused, Olivia blinked. "Who are you? And why should I go with you?" "You'll find out soon enough," he replied curtly. "Trust me, this is an opportunity you don't want to miss." Though still unsure, Olivia felt a strange pull, as if something significant was about to happen. After a brief word with her mother, she climbed into the SUV. The car drove along winding paths through fields and hills before stopping at a quiet dock. Olivia's confusion grew as she saw a modern boat waiting there. The man gestured for her to board. "Where are we going?" Olivia asked, but he didn't respond. The boat set off, cutting through the waves. After a few hours, they arrived at a small island. It was under development, with several modern structures being built. The man led Olivia to a large villa perched on a hill. As they entered the living room, Olivia froze in surprise. There, standing in front of her, was none other than Jimmy Carter. "Hello, Olivia," Jimmy greeted with a warm smile. Olivia couldn't believe her eyes. "What's going on? Why am I here?" Jimmy stepped forward, placing a hand on her shoulder. "Listen, Olivia, I owe you. You helped me that day. Thank you. Without even knowing who I was, you didn't expect anything in return, and that's what touched me the most." Olivia, still confused, asked, "But why does that matter so much?" Jimmy smiled, this time with a hint of seriousness. "You don't understand, Olivia. I've met many people, but very few have the kind of unconditional kindness you do. I've been following you since that,